Okay, so before we get into it, I just want to warn you that there's a disclaimer for this video. The purists out there will say that I didn't actually complete the Easter egg, because it's impossible to complete the Easter egg in solo. You can get all the way to the part where you board the plane at the end, but you can't actually finish. The achievement wouldn't unlock. While this is true, I think this is just as good. I mean, I got 90% through the Easter egg. I mean, that's still a passing grade, right? I would have been thrilled with that in college. Also, I tried playing with 2 players, but that is way harder. Like, way harder. For a few reasons. And I'll get into that in the video. I'll go over that. But hopefully, you'll still find this somewhat entertaining, as much as you would find any of my other videos, which is probably not at all. But don't roast me too hard in the comments. Thank you. Mob of the Dead. Everybody loves it, right?
Wrong!
I used to call myself a fan of this map until I took a closer look and realized there's guns in my zombies map? I know, this may come as a shock, but worry not. There are still plenty of things to do in this map without shooting guns. You can pet dogs, kill yourself, and oh yeah, do the entire Easter egg quest. Yeah, none of the steps require shooting apparently. So let's go see. Okay, so my first plan was simple. Step 1, buy the shield. This step is important because not only is it added protection without the cost of buying Juggernog, it's also a one-hit melee kill, and in a challenge without shooting guns, I think that's kind of important. Step 2, get the Hell's Retriever. This is even more important because it allows for killing at a distance. Also, every time you melee with the shield, it takes damage and will eventually break after killing like 10 zombies, and the Hell's Retriever doesn't do that, so that's important. Step 3, get Jug. That's pretty self-explanatory, I think. And step 4 is when we even begin thinking about the Easter egg quest. And actually, for the first plan of action, it was pretty okay. But there were just a few kinks to work out.
Taking a chunk out of me. Right behind the 8-ball guy.
One of those kinks being points. So by the time I had enough points to do anything, the zombies were already too strong, which is why building the shield is the first step. So to complete the first step, you need to open all the way down to the docks and assemble the shield. So how many points could that possibly take? Let's count the doors. So you have the 1,000 door out of spawn, then another 1,000 to get to the cell block, then 1,500 to get to the Citadel tunnels area, then another 1,000 to get into the actual tunnels, then another 1,000 to get into the alleyway, then 1,500 to get into the room with the clamps, and another 1,500 to get to the docks themselves, which brings us to the grand total of 8,500? There's gotta be a cheaper way. What? What's that? Did I hear someone say, the gondola? No! Well, let's check. So we've still got the 1,000 door from spawn, then the 2,000 door up the stairs, then 750 to ride the gondola down, then 1,500 to open the clamps room, and then, unfortunately, we have to deal with RNG. See, the door part of the shield can spawn in one of 3 areas: the docks, the alleyway, or the tunnels. So if it spawns at the docks, we can walk away without having to go into the alleyway at all, and our total points needed is only 5,250. But if the door spawns in either of the alleyway locations, we're tacking on another 1,500 points to that total. But it can also spawn in the tunnels, which means we could be tacking on an additional 1,000 points, bringing us to a total of 7,750 points. And if that were the only challenge in this run, it would still be the cheaper option. But once we get the shield parts and feed the dog, we're done at the docks for the time being. So then we have to pay another 750 points for the gondola ride back up to the main map, which ties our first total at 8,500 points. So the 8,500 point bullet is one we'll have to bite. But fortunately, since I took the easy way out and did this on solo like a weenie, there's 2 things we could take advantage of: the showers and double points. When you activate the washing machine in the showers, a bunch more zombies spawn. And since we get a free double points at the start of the game, we can rack up a considerable amount of points early on, making that 8,500 point hurdle much more manageable. All you have to do is let all the zombies spawn from the washing machine step, and then run over to the double points and just have at it.
Who's gonna turn down the chance to double their money?
So, okay, we've got all the shield parts, but
Hold on there, Jethro!
don't just throw the shield down anywhere. I built the shield down by the docks several times, and while it's nice to have it immediately after collecting all the parts for the added safety, it's really inconvenient and dangerous to make that trek down to the docks every time it breaks. So I would advise building it in the cafeteria, which is also where I did most of my training.
It's a fine-looking shield, all right.
Okay, so with that out of the way, we can move on to step 2, which is fill up the dog heads and get the Hell's Retriever. It sounds simple, right? Well, now that we've got the shield, we'll have a reliable way of dispatching zombies and making points, so it really is simple. Huh? What? Wait, so you're telling me the shield doesn't give you any points? And it breaks after only a few zombie kills? Huh. Okay, so we're really going to need to put a rush order on that Hell's Retriever. Fortunately, feeding the dogs is mostly on the way, and I did 2 heads while I was making points to build the shield. The last dog head is in the infirmary, and I saved that one for after the shield was built, because it's in such a confined space that it really benefits from having the shield. It's really difficult to do it with just the knife and no shield. Now you'll notice from the footage, I actually got Jug before I got the Hell's Retriever, and I would actually switch those 2 steps in the original plan. I found having Jugs made everything about 5,000 times easier, and having the Hell's Retriever is not the instant win button that I thought it would be. But now having completed steps 1, 3, and 2 in that order, we can start doing the actual thing we set out to do, the Easter egg. So first things first, build the plane and ride it to the Golden Gate Bridge. This part is really important. You have to throw your Hell's Retriever on the plane safe, or else this whole thing fails. None of it works, it's all for nothing. Once you're on the bridge, just hang out until the electric chair spawns and go back to the main island. Then you have to go around and collect all 5 skulls and unlock the free Blundergat. You do actually have to pick it up for whatever reason, or one of the next steps won't work. Then once you do that, go into the wall and have a very difficult time shocking a spoon for some reason. Then, go back to the Golden Gate Bridge 2 more times. After that, go to the Citadel tunnels and program in some numbers in a box, almost die, program in some more numbers, then finally you get to listen to a Dead Man's podcast, and you're done. It's actually a really unsatisfying ending, because you don't get the achievement, or actually end the game, but that's essentially all the steps. Like I said, I did actually try to do it the right way, with 2 people, but that involved 2 Xbox controllers, and playing one of them with my foot. And it was just an all-around bad experience. But if you want to see me attempt it, let me know in the comments. I am a glutton for punishment. Also, let me know if you have any other suggestions for zombie challenges like this. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Or don't. I'm not your mom. Peace.